Recently we looked at the best lightweight bikes for adventure riding. Riders all over the world are getting into adventure riding for the first time, but many make the mistake of buying a big heavy bike, then quickly sell it to buy something they can manage. We encourage you to check out that video. Okay, mid-weight adventure bikes. We define this as 175 to 220 kilograms when the bike has a full tank of fuel. We are only looking at brand new bikes that are widely available in most countries. Our reviews are more critical than most reviews, so we are interested in the known issues and common complaints. We are also interested in weight and seat height, as these are critical factors for the new adventure rider. We have not ridden all these bikes, but have analysed dozens of reviews and forum posts. Use this video as a rough guide, then do your own research. Let's start with the cheapest bikes, the Royal Enfield Himalayan. Built in India, its old school design and budget price appeal to many new riders. New models feature switchable ABS and Tripper navigation. Introduced in 2015, it had many quality control issues in the first few years. Owners petitioned Royal Enfield to fix their bikes. One owner even won a lawsuit against the brand. In 2018, the factory promised to address all problems. The only recent recall was in 2020 due to corroding brake calipers. There are plenty of happy owners. Only 24 horsepower, but lots of torque. It's a good all-rounder on or off-road with reasonable brakes and suspension. Faster experienced riders should look elsewhere. Taller riders will probably feel quite cramped. Most owners find the seat rock hard. The KLR 650. The 22 model had a pile of updates which unfortunately made it heavier and pushed it into our mid-sized category. However, it's very cheap, reliable and still lighter than the twin-cylinder bikes. It's now fuel injected and has ABS. Recent KLR models have very few known problems. The only important one is the doohickey mod. We assume this still isn't fixed on the latest model. See our KLR 650 review. Honda's CB500X. This is really well priced for a twin-cylinder bike. It is simply a road bike with a few adventure trimmings, although a 19-inch front wheel in recent years made it better off-road. It's a small bike with a low seat height, so great for short or inexperienced riders who want a twin-cylinder bike. It's ridiculously reliable and fun on the road. It's okay on dirt roads, but its road-oriented nature is not much fun in the rough stuff. We think the bike is a bit too small for regularly carrying a passenger unless you are both very light. See our review video. Next, the Kawasaki Versys 650, a very cheap adventure tourer. And by adventure tourer, we mean essentially a road bike with just enough adventure trimmings to be okay on easy dirt roads. Check out the stock tyres and that 17-inch front wheel. These deserve to be way more popular at such a low price. Rock solid, almost no known issues apart from occasional coolant leaks in earlier models. It's the first bike which will deal well with carrying a passenger. Shorter riders will find the seat height is good. While it's reasonably light for a twin, some do find it feels top heavy, especially when fully fueled. Next is a very similar bike, Suzuki's V-Strom 650. This old workhorse is still made in Japan and is only slightly more expensive than the Kawasaki, and definitely more adventure oriented with its 19-inch front wheel. It's been around since 2004 and the majority of known issues were fixed years ago. The main things to note are the exposed engine oil filter, if you are into the rough stuff, and niggling little things like complicated access to the air filter. It's quite heavy at 213 kilograms, but it is great for carrying a passenger. It's definitely a bike for just roads and dirt roads. The seat is quite low, but it's a heavy mother, so just make sure you can pick this up if it falls over. See our review video. The Yamaha Tenere 700. Very cheap in the USA, less so in other countries, but still way cheaper than the KTM, Triumph and BMW competitors. This is our first twin-cylinder bike with serious off-road ability due to a 21-inch front wheel, relatively lightweight and long travel suspension. Yamaha has kept the electronics to a minimum with just basic ABS. To date, known issues seem minimal. The exhaust is exposed and can get bent easily. Aggressive riders find the suspension a bit soft. See our review vid for more info. Next is the KTM 890, and we are getting seriously expensive now. Press releases indicated the 790 and probably the 890 would be made in China from mid-2020. But an industry insider now advises this has been postponed due to COVID and other factors. As of August 2021, they are still built in Austria. If you are planning on serious off-road work, the KTM has the suspension to suit, and it's also the most powerful mid-weight adventure bike. KTM often has teething problems with new models. 790 owners reported electrical issues, rear shock failures, ABS problems, failing digital screens, coolant leaks, leaking exhausts, rear brake issues, oil leaks, clutch failures, and cracked engine cases. But not all owners have problems, of course. There were separate recalls from KTM for the front brakes and rear brakes. Hopefully many of these issues will be resolved in the 890. And if they are eventually made in China, let's hope the quality control is okay. A bit more expensive, the Triumph Tiger 900, available with a 19-inch or 21-inch front wheel. It's the latest update to the trusty 800 model that began in 2010. Like the KTM, it's loaded up with electronics if you're into gizmos. It's very early days, but initial reports indicate it is similar to the Yamaha. It behaves well off-road, but isn't set up for aggressive riders the way the KTM is. The early 800 models did have some issues with stalling, oil leaks and overheating, but were fixed. Only time will tell how the completely revamped 900 model goes. Finally, the BMW F850 GS. Bloody expensive, but money means quality, right?
No riding skills but plenty of cash? BMW has you covered. These boots are ribbed for your pleasure and use only the highest quality unicorn skin.
The engine is made in China. It appears the cost savings have not been passed to the owners. The rest of the bike is made in Germany, apparently. There have been recalls for engine oil supply issues, loose engine connecting rods, faulty rear brake lights and incorrectly tensioned oil pump sprockets. You have to love engines made in China. I must admit, the more I read, the less I was impressed for such an expensive bike. I'd encourage you to just research it elsewhere. Sorry to all you BMW owners, I'm sure many of you love your bikes and have trouble-free riding. Finally, a few variables. Where do these bikes fit on the spectrum between rough off-road riding and highway cruising? These are my thoughts. Let's see how the bikes stack up on key criteria. Price. A huge range here. You can buy 3 Royal Enfields for the price of the BMW. Weight. As mentioned, this can be a key factor for less experienced riders, short riders, or those wanting to get into rougher terrain. But of course, weight can be good if you frequently carry a passenger or mostly ride at highway speeds. Seat height is also important for short or less experienced riders. Remember, you can also modify your bike to lower it. See our vid about tips for shorter riders. Have you ridden any of these bikes? Do you own one? Keen to hear your thoughts. Let us know in the comments.